I am so pleased to introduce you to Yu-Shiaw Chen. She is wonderful. The research that she's done, of course, she's a PhD, and there's a couple of books that we're going to talk about. And now more than ever, eating healthy food. How many times have we talked about this on these airwaves? Quick, easy. How can you enjoy cooking? Looking at the recipes, following along. And boy, she's got it all in a couple of these great, great books. So much conversation these days about plant-based, and she's got it for you. Plant-based, whole recipes, healthy, homemade meals made easy. Does it get any better than that? We're going to start there. Thanks for joining us.
Okay, thank you for your introduction. You do know how to word it nicely. I appreciate so much. Thank you. It's my honor to be interviewed.
So you've been a nutritionist for a while. Do you think people are finally understanding what you've known all along, the value of plant-based and getting those vegetables and doing the things that you can really easily do?
It's the question. People out there, there's a majority of people out there. I don't know. For me, as a teacher, I educate one person at a time, okay? When I give a public talk, even the public talk is maybe the most 50 people, but the most of the time I deal with one by one. And when they get awakened, wow, this is the way to go. Then I say, okay, I did my job. Okay.
I like that. Okay. One person at a time. There is something about that. Instead of, looking at the masses and saying, okay, now we got to just hammer all of this. So let's talk about the book that I mentioned, the plant-based whole recipes, and the easy way to make these recipes, which of course you can get these books on Amazon or wherever great books are sold. And we're going to give you Yu's website as well as we move along. But tell me and the listeners, the kind of recipes we can expect in the book.
What kind of the ingredient? Okay. If you want to talk about a book, basically the book I divided into 5 chapters. 5 chapters. The first chapter is raw food. I think that's the highlight, the important part. We all eat cooked food all the time. We kind of like ignore the existence of raw food. The importance of raw food is it brings us the active enzyme. Enzymes are workers inside our body, help us patch the damage, fix the problem, heal us. The reason we are alive because we have active enzyme working inside our body. So that you can get from raw food. Okay.
Oh, so raw food. So for example, if you eat broccoli, if you eat cauliflower, carrots, there's all kinds of raw foods you can eat.
There's all kinds of raw food, like green leafy vegetable. We cook all the time, but try it raw. Hey, it doesn't taste bad,
Yeah. No, I agree with you because I like green leafy vegetables. I like spinach, and I like some of the ones that I just mentioned to you too, for sure. So you said 5 chapters. You have it broken down into 5 chapters. Besides raw food, what else do you talk about?
Okay. First chapter is raw food. The second chapter is a whole grain. Okay, whole grain like brown rice. Because people who eat rice eat white rice all the time. I say white rice is the important nutrient has been stripped away, okay, and give you white. I say take it as a whole grain. Whole grain means take it as a whole before it's processed, okay. So it's the brown rice and the whole grain, and that's the second chapter. The third chapter is beans and legumes. Do you eat beans, kidney beans, pinto beans? There's all kinds of beans, legumes, nuts. It's all together in there. And the next chapter is cooked vegetable. I myself, I like cooked vegetable, and there's a big chapter. The cooked vegetable has 30 dishes there. I give example. And the last one is combination of dishes. You can have the raw combined with cooked, all different combination, beans with vegetable, all the combinations. So that's all 5 chapters.
Wow, and it's great. I love how you explained, for example, the difference with the whole grains with brown rice instead of the white rice, and what we talked about with the green leafy vegetables. Mm-hmm. And then you've got the recipes, of course, in there, which you can find them. It's wonderful. Like you has said, it's really broken down. You've got another book called Healthy Eating, Wholesome Living. And you talk about, in this book, you've got testimonials from people who have had some serious things that have been wrong with them and what's now happened as a result of the way they're eating. I mean, everything from colon cancer to acid reflux, that's the impact our food has on our bodies, correct?
Yes, you read well. My goodness, Kay, thank you. You're such a great reader.
So in this book, what do you hope people take away from reading Healthy Eating, Wholesome Living?
Well, I hope to wake people up to start paying attention to nutrition. Okay, but the way I have that book written, that actually was my first book about 12 years ago. Okay, that I put together. That book is actually my history. I didn't, the tradition brought me up. My family, they eat white rice all the time. And all of a sudden I wake up into this reality that we didn't really know and didn't pay attention to nutrition. So I start my own research, and I find that's my history. I learn one thing at a time. And from giving example, is from myself, because I'm not that picky eater. So I ate a lot and I was overweight. And when I start to pay attention to nutrition, and all of a sudden I found out my issue of anemia was taken care of without taking any medication. And the doctor was so surprised at me. Wow, you got it fixed. Now you don't need me. The doctor actually was kind of disappointed because they want to treat me. Hey, you have this disorder. Okay, let me give you medication. Let me give you this and this. And when I come back to visit second time, oh, wow, you are no longer anemic, so you don't need to come back. And I kind of sense so disappointed. So I realized the doctor has to make their money.
Right, but you also realize what it can do for your body. So you are preaching what you went through, because even culturally, not thinking about it, and as you said, just you weren't picky. I can relate to that because I wasn't a picky eater, and then that means you might eat some healthy things, but you're just you're good with anything. And It is one step at a time, isn't it? You take one step at a time, and you'd be surprised at what can happen with your health. I think you're telling us that.
Just my own personal story is in the book.
And so with these 2 books, and by sharing your story, and I know that you help people, and you've got classes where you talk to people and you go through all the whole process, how does that make you feel?
I feel like now that I know the truth on the nutrition, I feel I have a mission to wake up more people out there, to bring this fact to that public know. Hey, you start to pay attention to nutrition and your body will reward you. You are going to wake up. Oh, I have so much energy. You feel so much better. That's what the the student, I have so many feedback and testimony telling me, and they feel very grateful, finally realize the truth on how to take care of our body with good nutrition.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter what age. It's really, in a way, never too late. Some people, I think that.
Mm-hmm. Correct. You said it right.
It's never too late. So both of these books I mentioned, their names, you can get them on Amazon or Barnes & Noble, but also you can go to your website. Tell us your website.
Oh, my website is linutrition.com because that's where I started from Long Island. I just abbreviate as linutrition.com. You go to this website and you can get the either the book.
Either one of the books and more information for sure. Yeah. Yu-Shiaw, thank you so much. Keep spreading the word. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you, Kay. No wonder you look so good. You have the right concept. Yeah, very good. Thank you. Thank you for your interview. Thank you.
Visit www.greatwritersmedia.com. Email us at info@greatwritersmedia.com. Call us at 877-600-5469. Subscribe now.